Hey students, I wanted to welcome you to the last couple of weeks of class. So we're going to roll things together into week 6 and week 7. And the big reason why I want to do that is I want you to be fully prepared for the final project, which is a proposal, a presentation proposal. So I'm going to start sharing that with you here in just a few seconds. So let's hop right into the weekly assignments. Um, Here, I'm going to have you read two chapters, chapters 10 and chapters 12. That's going to work on demonstrations and proposals, and also just servicing the customer after the sale, understanding how to manage those customer relationships. There's an assignment called After Sale, and then the final proposal outline assignment. So let's get into the final proposal outline. And in this assignment here, I've already opened it up. Oops, not that one. I've already opened it up here. Go up to the top. There's going to be about 6 components of this, right? And so you're just going to put this in bullet form. You're going to demonstrate that you understand exactly what this is all about. I want you to use the business that you have been using all along in this class for your different projects, for finding your different prospects and stuff like that. If you needed to tweak that at all based on some of the comments that I made, go ahead and make those tweaks. Make sure that you understand that I am your customer and you're trying to sell to me. So if you're, let's just say, for example, if you're train company, then maybe I'm a large construction company that's building, for lack of a better example, a data center, and you're trying to sell me all your coolers. Then I am your customer. I'm the data center. You are train. You're trying to sell to me. Okay. The format is I want this in a Word or a PDF. You're going to upload it to Blackboard. You're going to have a cover page, introduce yourself, an executive summary, identify our key problems. You're going to have the needs analysis and proposed solution. You're going to include a seller profile, pricing and sales agreement, and at the very end, an implementation and timeline for when this is going to be able to get done. So this is a big part of this. I'm having you do this first, then it will be really easy to convert it over to a presentation. So that is your first assignment that I want you to be working on. Okay, going back to week 6, there's a good read on after the sale, and then you're going to do this assignment called after the sale assignment, right? Here's the key thing, right? Is I think that a lot of salespeople, not a lot of salespeople, but salespeople in general, sometimes get a bad rap. They tend to be all fluff and no substance. And what I mean by that is they sell you something that's spectacular, but then you never hear or see from them again. They don't service the sale. And I guess for a few industries, maybe that makes sense, right? But for most industries, especially business to business sales, if you want to keep that customer going for a while, you have to service the sale. And this means communication, answering questions, providing proper documentation to those customers if they're looking for documentation, sometimes even if they're not. For example, an owner's manual or a how-to guidelines. Those are important things to keep that customer happy. And when things break down, when things don't go well for that customer with that product, if you are really good at service, they're not going to look the other direction. If you stink at service, you're done. They're not going to come back to you. They're going to say you sold me a faulty product and they didn't service it once you got to that point. So I think this is a really important assignment, and it helps to do some self-identification too. Who are you going to be? Are you going to be the salesperson that is really good at service? Or are you going to just sell and dash, right? So those things are important, and that's why we put it in this course. All right. There's an example here of a written proposal, like just the kind of a slide example. It's an older example, but it still looks nice, and I think it flows well, and you can use that. But then dropping right into week 7, we're going to talk about this final assignment. So the final assignment is really important. It's one assignment for week 7, giving you 2 weeks to get it done. It's due on Thursday, April 23rd at 11:59 p.m. If you're having issues with the assignment, don't come to me on Thursday night next on April 23rd because I'm going to be in the midst of grading all your classmates' papers, and I have a lot of deadlines to meet for the university by that date. So I need you to be on time with this, or it's going to be hard to get it graded properly. Right. So the final assignment is again that proposal, and it has the same key elements. That's the outline. It has the same key elements as the outline, but is the way you're going to deliver it to me is going to be a little different. So I need to see your face. I need to see you, right? And um, you're going to present no more than 10 slides. I need it to be around 7 minutes or less. All right. So it's going to be succinct to the point. Remember, you're solving a problem for me. So if you take that, I'm going to solve a problem for you approach, then I think it'll be pretty easy. It'll come off pretty easy, right? But I need to see you in this, just like you're seeing me right now in a presentation I'm giving to you. I use Zoom, and then I do screen share with video capture, and then I export it as a video clip. You can do it a lot of different ways. I've included a tutorial to a PowerPoint on how to do a screen and video capture with a PowerPoint. And then there's also a tutorial on ScreenPal, and it's included. It's on Blackboard. I didn't have a link to it here. Okay. But you need to dress like you're going into a presentation, look nice, and you need to go through all the major components of the outline. You're gonna present them in a nice, presentable fashion, and yeah, it should take you somewhere around 6 to 8 minutes or so. I wouldn't say more than I should say 6 to 7 minutes. It shouldn't take you too much more than that to present your product to me. Okay. So I am your key person that you are trying to sell to. This assignment does have a rubric. I'm not going to go through that rubric. You can take a look at that when you get a chance. But you're going to be graded on all six of those components I mentioned, and then how well you did the presentation. Like, was it believable? Was it personal? Or was it a script? Don't read off a script. It'll look like you're reading off a script. Know your content. And when you present to me, present like I'm presenting to you now. This is just me talking about the importance of the class. You're going to talk about the importance of the product and how you can solve a problem for me. So if you know your solution really well, it should come off really easy for you. So this is just a basic simulation of what it might feel and look like if you got into a real proposal with a real customer. So we're trying to give you that feel. There's some of you that have some outstanding assignments that have not been turned in. Now's a great time to kind of catch up and get all those things done before the session ends. So I hope you have a great rest of your session two here, and it is a great experience to be able to share this selling class with you. And we'll talk soon. If you have any questions, please reach out as soon as you can. Thank you.